So guys, in this video I got for you a fantastic selection of perfumes for a femme fatale who is not afraid to go bold, who knows what she wants and who is in charge of her life. So keep on watching this video for all the details. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel and check out the description box down below. You'll find all the health information, and without any further ado, let's get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's video, in which we are going to be talking about perfect fragrances for a femme fatale who I feel is inside of every lady. We just need to unlock that energy, which is seductive, which is very attractive, and fragrances can definitely help us with that. I have very different perfumes on today's list. We are gonna cover some chippies, very trendy fragrances, and all-time classics. So if you have something like that in your collection, make sure to drop a comment down below. And I want to get started with a fragrance that has been around for a long time. It is Amouage from Corel. And in case you're on a budget, this chippy will work in case you are going somewhere and you want to draw attention to you. It is so sweet, you guys. People love gourmand fragrances because they act like aphrodisiacs, and the juicy opening of this perfume is mouth-watering. People will literally wanna lick you wearing this fragrance. It is not the most long-lasting one, so you might want to moisturize your skin before applying it. And they've just released a new version of this one, but in case you are looking for something classy that is never out of style, make sure to give it a try. And I have another video dedicated to fragrances like that, but you know, Amouage is something that has been working like a charm. So with that being said, now let's talk about something a bit less playful, maybe a little bit more risky. In case you have an affair and you just want to play with a person, you want to seduce, you are not afraid to go deep and dark, then make sure to check out Exquisite Affair from Hedonic. This is a brand that is dedicated to Francesca Bianchi's love to the note of leather. So it is animalic, of course, and we have some sweet flowers in here that are dark, that are a little bit bitter, and you know, it's just like falling in love deep, and yeah, just no going back. You know, sometimes we caught ourselves in a very risky situation, but there is this drive, you know, there is this adrenaline. So this is a perfect fragrance for occasions like that. It is definitely super long lasting, and I like the mix of sweet fruit and floral tones with that animalic leather. It is so good. Make sure to check it out, and I have a discount with which you can get Francesca Bianchi's fragrances. So it is not for every day, it is definitely for the risky situation of femme fatale's life. Now let's talk about the time when you're going to a crowded place and you want to stand out. Of course you do, as a femme fatale, it's just in your nature, but this is the fragrance that will turn heads and stay put till the moment you want to wash it off. Basically, I'm talking about very popular Teriyaki from Lattafa. This is a budget-friendly option in case you're going to a crowded place and you really want all eyes on you. So I like the balance of this fragrance because we have caramel and sticky honey in here. It is very sweet, guys, but there is bitter almond for the powdery texture, there is rhubarb for the tart fruitiness, and there is vetiver, lather, musk, and labdanum for that edgy base. It's for someone with a lot of testosterone who looks extremely sex appealing. That's kind of that fragrance. So it's definitely for the club, or you know, just like a crowded place, because it is very strong. If you're going party, I think this is the perfect fragrance for that. And in case you have something a little bit more elevated but in that same style, and you want a fragrance that will definitely hypnotize people, so for that I need to recommend you an aphrodisiac signature scent of Lucrezia Borgia, who, according to the legend, was Pop's daughter, who used to seduce her guests that she invited to extravagant parties during the medieval Italian times, because you know, Quanto is an Italian brand from Paolo and Tiziana Terenzi, and you can get their fragrances from So Avant-Garde. I love this red collection most because it is inspired by Lucrezia Borgia, and this fragrance is dedicated to her personality. Of course, she was one of the first femme fatales, but there are some other perfumes like Mandragola, which is more unisex, and strychnina, which is extremely well known, being inspired by different poisons that apparently she used to, you know, just like seduce and manipulate her lovers. So in case you are into that, make sure to check out this fragrance that has very juicy opening of pear that is kind of like indulged into the sugar syrup. It is quite sweet, that's for it is an aphrodisiac, quite gourmand but well balanced. And in case you are into fragrances like Black Opium from Yves Saint Laurent, but it is way too mainstream for you, this will elevate your game. I think this is like your almost signature scent, Femme Fatale type of fragrance. But you know, even Femme Fatale needs something for every day. Not every fragrance of Femme Fatale needs to be that very bold and beast mode one. And I want to recommend you a very everyday time friendly option, but in a Femme Fatale style. And it is Pure Musk by Nars Rodriguez. And I've sold this fragrance so many times to my friends and family members. Some of you have purchased it, and you guys, it is such a mind-blowing perfume from this brand that does mask really well, and it is kind of clean, creamy and fresh, being about white mask. But you know, there is a twist in there. Of course, Femme Fatale is always a little bit extra, so there is something just a little bit dirty going on in here. So in case you're looking for an everyday time friendly fragrance that you can throw on, not think much of, but you want it to be sexy without trying too hard, this is amazing. Highly recommend you this one. Super accessible in the shop and you can't go wrong with it. It's a must for your collection. Now, something that is definitely not for everyone, I find this is a mature Femme Fatale type of fragrance, and I find it's for someone who have seen it all and now wants something extremely luxurious in a Femme Fatale style. Then you can check out Danger from Roger Duff, and it is over the top, I know, but it's for someone who is just like very wealthy. It smells expensive and it smells classy too. So this is an elegant Femme Fatale style fragrance. If you are familiar with original Samsara from Guerlain, you will adore this perfume that is very sandalwoody. It is creamy, it is smooth, you know, it will seduce you without you even realizing it. So we have beautiful flowers in here, and this very seamless bouquet of beautiful powdery flowers with vanilla, with tonka, with orris. Think about Guerlain's signature powderiness. It is kind of in here, and it is so long living. Like, this perfume is definitely for the time when you're going to the restaurant and, you know, maybe you are a bit more mature, so you want a fragrance that will be a little bit more extra, you know. You are not following trends, you set them, or you just follow classics. This is perfect for that, you guys, and it is just amazing. So in case you're looking for Roger Duff fragrances, you want to save on them, you can get these and some other gorgeous perfumes like Winter Canto from So Avant-Garde. I will leave a link below, as well as feel free to use my discount. But now let's talk about Femme Fatale, who is in the business world, who is wearing very official clothes, like, you know, business suit or something like that, but wants to be memorable. If you are dealing with, you know, business people and you're making deals and everything, but you just want to be extremely successful, check out Binia from Hermes, another fragrance that you can find in the shop. And you know, it's like a perfect mix of something bright like berries and something a little bit more down to earth like woods. We have beautiful patchouli in here, so it's technically a patchouli, and it stays put all day long. You don't need to worry about this perfume. It projects well, it stays put all day long. I wear it to work and people ask me about it because it's very catchy, and I find you kind of need that quality in the business world. But you know, you're Femme Fatale, so maybe you have a bolder lipstick or like an eyeliner going on, then make sure you check out Binia. I mean, like, it works every time. It's a fantastic release, and I feel like you need to have something catchy like that in your collection. But you know, for the time when Femme Fatale goes extra, and that's something, guys, because she's always extra. When she enters the room, people always look at her. They just notice that there is someone special. And if you want to push that, I would recommend you Cherry Punk from Room 1015. Now, this is a gorgeous cherry perfume, but it is on the dark side. So it's definitely not for faint-hearted out there. It is a powdery and spicy dark type of cherry, almost with a lipstick vibe going on. So in case you have a nighttime activity and you want a fragrance for that mood, a little bit more mysterious than usual, make sure to give it a try. And I have a discount for you, so in case you love cherry perfumes and you want something a little bit more extra, this is definitely a safe bet, so feel free to give it a try. And next is actually for someone who's just dipping their toe into the seductive and alluring world of femme fatales, because in the past it was all pink, very inoffensive and feminine. Now, for the transitioning part of your life, I would recommend you Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper from Kayali, because you know this is a very blossoming, very juicy, very mouth-watering, fruity, floral type of fragrance. In case you love rose, you'll be obsessed with this almost honey dipped rose that reminds me just a bit of OG formulation of Linstown from Guerlain, but you know we have some pink pepper in here for the twist, and it's someone who has a pretty face, but once you start talking with a lady, you're like, oh, I need to watch out, but at the same time you can't stop. So it's very addictive. Highly recommend you in case you are into more innocent but at the same time very sexy energy. And next fragrance is for someone very wealthy, for someone who lives in a very pretty house, indulge with gold, takes very pampering bath, applies most luxurious body care products, and then you just need a fragrance like Orientica's Velvet Gold. I mean, like, this is such a pleasure to wear this perfume. There is nothing super, you know, like crazy about this fragrance. It is powdery, it is creamy, it has a bit of sweetness, it has a bit of an animalic sensuality to it. It's for someone who has now a work. It's for someone who is married to a rich guy, or maybe like has very like millionaire parents or something. For the person who has no worries in their life, wearing just designer clothing and just wants very expensive smelling type of perfume. You know, like, it's fragrance that will make you fall in love with it very easily. And it's something that is really special because always people are looking for a fragrance that will be, you know, like just extremely loud, and it's not necessarily something you need. Perfumes can be discreet, and at the same time they can be very, very beautiful, attractive, irresistible, magnetic, and I feel like that's what Orientica offers us with that fragrance. Now on to the last but not least perfume that is very pricey. I need to save for it literally for years, but I find Voulez-vous coucher avec moi from Killian is definitely a must try for a real femme fatale, and this is definitely for the date or for, you know, like an affair or seduction of femme fatale's life. You know, there might be many, there is just that number one. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi is a very unique floral perfume. It is extremely opulent. I can't compare it to any other fragrance out there. It is so seducing. It is so just mind-blowing. Highly recommend you for a special occasion. Very bougie, very glamorous, very femme fatale. Just as all these perfumes that cover different moods and different price points of femme fatale, but with every one of these you'll be definitely in the center of attention. They project well, they turn heads, they attract people, and it depends on your taste which one you go for. So let me know in case I inspired you to try one or another, or which femme fatale type of fragrance would you recommend. If you have any questions left or suggestions, I'm excited to hear from you in the comment section, so make sure to say hi and give this video a huge thumbs up if it was helpful, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to shop perfumes with my discounts because that's so helpful. And thank you so much for watching. Follow me on my social media, stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other soon, really soon. Bye guys.